Norway in Belarus, and certainly a journey they should not have relished, given a look back to what happened to them in Norway when 2 minutes from time, Frigard, the substitute, scored the only goal of the game. That gave them a great fright, and they can't really have anticipated a pleasant trip to this republic, part of the splintering of the former Soviet Union. But we've seen around Europe the emergence of nations who can play very well. They have a good tradition of football, perhaps not as strong as the others like the Ukraine and Georgia, but nevertheless full of talent in their side, and they showed a very stubborn defence when they played in that game in Oslo. As I said, Norway winning only by 1-0. The points that have come Belarus's way have been in beating Luxembourg by 2-0. But quite clearly, Norway in the red and black shorts here will find it difficult to get any smooth transition on this pitch, which is cutting up very badly to start off with. Ball played inside there. Jonsson picking it up, Ronny Jonsson. And there's the goalkeeper, Valery Shantalasov. And any ball skidding just in front of him, I think, will take off as if jet-propelled. It's very skiddy out there. The side of Yuri Antonovic, and of course the Norwegian players have a very strong English accent. There were no fewer than 13 of the World Cup squad based in England. Gunnar Halle, the Oldham player, putting that back to Mikland. That's number 7, Eric Mikland, transferred this week to Utrecht in the Danish First Division. And is getting all very tight in midfield as this pitch is beginning to chew up. Good run, or intended run, by Jakimovic. Out to Sukhanov. Sukhanov back to Jakimovic. Well, a disappointing end there. You could see the player at the bottom of the screen there screaming for the ball. He was in the clear. That was Mikael Markel. Norway playing rather tentatively at this stage. And they obviously have come here with the very maximum of respect. But even though the spectators really protect themselves very well, so also is this Belarus defense. And will it be watertight? Well, we're going to be tested now. Mikland with the free kick in a very interesting place indeed. Interesting little player, buzzed about in the World Cup, of course. Looks like Bjornby is coming up to take this. Gone back to Norway, of course, from English football. Nice little touch there by Mikland, who's hovering in midfield. Picked up there by Gerasimets. Oh, I like this run. Good control. Just takes it a little too far, though. Well, that does indicate the quality that they have here. Just lacked a little bit of support. I think where they look a little bit suspect is in coming forward and leaving the spaces at the back. I think Norway may yet exploit this. Leonhardsson. Well, I must say Valery Shantalasov, under very difficult conditions indeed, has dealt with this rather well, perhaps even better than the photographers. Well, that wasn't very clever. Mikland with it. And they're making heavy weather of this. Well, that wasn't really intended to be a metaphor, but you can see that they are toiling. They're toiling in defense in particular. They've had these occasional breaks away. The problem, of course, is they haven't scored with them, and this Norwegian pressure is becoming more and more incessant. Nicely judged, coming in at the back. That's it. Beautifully struck in there. A goal by Berg. 34 minutes gone. And that ball coming off the back of a head right across the goal. And Henning Berg, the Blackburn player, who cost the English club a mere £400,000, which is peanuts compared to some of the money they've dished out for players. In he comes, Thank you very much. Free kick there by Jakubovic. Little bit of a pressure now. They realize they've got to get numbers forward here. One goal down. And for the first time in the game, putting this defense under pressure there, Stig Inge Bjornby. Very powerful looking customer altogether. Well, was that a free kick? Down went Yuri Antonovic. Got the Norwegian message very solidly. Well, I wouldn't fancy the laundry bill. I don't think the Belarus economy is going to stand it. Nice little run there and a free kick, I'm sure. No, the referee waving play on as Leon Hartson tried to go forward. Oh, that's off the post. It must be in the second one. Leon Hartson coming right through. 2 goals in 5 minutes. Well, good opportunistic goals, both of them we've now seen. Good drives forward, and Leon Hartson takes the credit himself for having chipped that away forward. Bang, out it comes, and driving in. There we are, 2-0. Leon Hartson, you may recollect, if you're English viewers, for that goal he scored at Wembley. Difficult to see the numbers out there now. In comes Markel. And almost did damage to that very expensive investment of the advertising hoarding behind the goal. Just watch it. First it looked as if it came off the post or the stanchion at the back. And now the pitch is beginning to resemble the Thames estuary at low tide. Ball neatly put through as Boinen took after it. And I think Belarus will find it very difficult to come back on this. Gunnar Halle. Somebody's pinched the ball. Thank you very much, sir. Got it back now, and Gunnar Halle broke his leg against Sheffield Wednesday, made a marvellous recovery a couple of years ago. With that sock, where the goalkeeper's made the mistake, and it's put away. Boinen makes it 3-0. Well, if you're watching down Nottingham Way, you'll be delighted to see your man's in form, the Forest player. Again, I have to remind English viewers, perhaps painfully, he did score as well in that famous 2-0 victory against England in the World Cup. And there he was there, the goalkeeper, Shantalasov, making a mess of that. That's neatly scooped away. Not too happy, is he? The coach, Sergei Borovsky. Well, coaches are very rarely happy. Very hard to please bunch. Gurachinov, I think, about to come on. What good he'll do at this stage, I'm not at all sure. Well, they've played these appalling conditions very well, Norway. Just play to the strengths. Well, that's what they always do in any case. Is that a penalty kick? Well, he doesn't look as if he's going to get it, and now he does, yes. The jury went out on that, and the verdict is guilty. Penalty. Let's watch this again. A relatively dry area of the ground, but the tackle quite illegal. Rekdal, 8 minutes from the end, and Belarus are now buried. Who would be a goalkeeper in conditions like these? Wrong-footed, he's wet through, and he's conceded 4 goals. Apart from that, the world is going well for him. Looked like a free kick to me. And from almost Passchendaele-like mud, can Norway add another one? They've done the job efficiently, professionally. There's Ragdoll in amongst it. Looks like a little boy who's wearing an artificial beard. It's more than that, though. Goalkeeper Valery Shantalosov watching this very closely, and so he might. Will he scoop it up? He does. And away off the side of the foot, though. Yes, he doesn't. He got nowhere near that at all. The game is reaching its conclusion, and Belarus have been taught a lesson. They played very well, and I think all of us taught a lesson that some of these nations actually play more effectively away from home than they do in their own stadiums. When they're playing at home, they've got to push forward and try and do something for the crowd, and they're punished as a result. They're better away from home. I think these statistics, but they overcame that.